Hello, Runway DFW. It's Walt in Seoul. This is kind of a test of our on-the-street capability. That is where I'm staying in Seoul now that I've moved off from the high-end airport location. Here I am in a giant mirror. And now we'll just kind of wander down the streets and see if you are there. Okay, you say the picture's sideways. Okay, well, I can make it be this way. I was trying to send it out in a landscape mode, but apparently that's not working. So here we are. So are we sideways now? I can see your chat as I walk. So this is better, Josh Aldrich says. Well, hello everyone. I've never done this before, this kind of man on the street kind of thing. I'm in search of breakfast or a grocery store or something to see what's happening here. Let's see. Looks like there's some shops on this street. This is the first time I've ventured out since I got here last night. I was pretty worn out by the time we got here yesterday. It was a long trip on the train, or several trains, to get to where we are. But here's some food over here, steaming. So yes, we'll have no airplanes in this broadcast. It's just mainly getting oriented as to where we are. I see down the end of the street here what looks to be like a market of some sort. I also don't know about the connection. Looks like we are connected. The streets in this part of the city are narrow. Lots of motorbikes and bicycles. The name of the neighborhood is Mapo-gu, Mapo-gu. Josh says the stream looks good. You know, as I go, I've got a hot spot in my backpack. It doesn't provide a very high speed connection, but I think it'll be sufficient for what we're doing here. There's a liquor store of some sort. More food options, but not open right now. So yeah, I think I've stumbled upon some kind of a bazaar or open air market. And some vendors of, I don't know what that is. A lot of these stalls are closed. Hello to you, Barbara P. Sterling. Hello, Josh Aldrich. Hello, Game Boy Lyric. Pittsburgh Don is here. The stream and sound is crystal clear. Raina Taylor is there. Hello, Raina. And Barbara P. Sterling is here. I'm staying at an Airbnb. And so if for those of you who like, I believe these would be fish. Well, we have some crabs here. And fish on display. Silvery fish. Hello to you, Aviation Geek. Yes, no aircraft today. Or at least, well, yeah, probably not today. There's some fresh produce over to my right. To make sure I don't trip over things as I stream to you. So what is this? This is a Friday morning in Seoul. Our time here is just after 9 o'clock, 9:05. Here, if you wanted some meat. I'm glad I have GPS because I don't know how I'd find my way back to the Airbnb otherwise. There's a little coffee shop. Coffee sounds good, but I think I need breakfast. Barbara says, we are with you if anyone messes with you. I don't think that's going to be a problem from what my son tells me. I mean, I'm sure there is crime here, but it's relatively crime-free. You know, he had no problem leaving backpacks or bags outside of a restaurant as we went in because there wasn't enough room for our bags. And of course, I was a little queasy about that, but he had great confidence. So this is a little more main street action here. What is the name of this street? Well, let's see. I don't see any signs. Let's look over here. And many signs here are in Korean and English. And most, but not all, of the shop signs have at least some English in them. Now, we're in less of a touristy neighborhood here, so I think you'll see a lot more Korean exclusive signs than you might in a more, I guess, international type of neighborhood. There's Baker and Honeydew. Hello to you. This is a DFW, Runway DFW at large. I'm not a fan of streaming in vertical mode here, but I couldn't find a way to do it otherwise, so I figured I'd test this out and we'll maybe try something different later. But here we turn down this way and we see there's lots and lots of apartments, many of them much taller than that here in Seoul. Martha Purdue says, hello to you, Martha. I see Anna the dispatcher saying this is so cool. You know, I really love streams like this. Personally, I've seen streams, especially in Japan, people wandering about with cameras like this and just showing you what it's like to be in and amongst the people of Tokyo or wherever city they're broadcasting from. Let's see, 182Q KFTW saying South Korean won per dollar is, it's 1,328 South Korean won per dollar. So that way, I guess you can do the calculations for yourself. Here's a little convenience store, and there are some prices for, I guess, a sandwich and drink combo. This is the second barber shop I've seen today. It's kind of mesmerizing, isn't it? So this seems to be, there's a lot of older buildings here. It's not like brand new construction as there is in a lot of South Korea. I'm going to say this building looks to me to be maybe dating back to the 70s, maybe earlier. Hello, Roger Campbell. Carrie J. I'm glad to share parts of my trip. This is kind of why I went here, is to be able to share things with you all. So we'll continue to walk. Walking is one way to get around here, but public transportation is just incredible. I mean, if you're not near a subway line, buses are come by almost every 5 minutes, it seems, in most locations. So there's really no need to get a car. In fact, my son has a car and he hardly ever uses it because public transportation is so much more convenient, because when you get to where you're going, you got to find a place to park, and parking is pretty much at a premium here. So we come across a main street here called World Cup Row. And of course they did have the World Cup here a few years back. There's a city bus. I hope you can hear me okay, because it's a little louder environment here. But I think you can see on the road signs, the traffic signs. I don't know if I can zoom in here or not. No, I can't. Oh, I can. But they are in English and in Korean. Okay, so everybody's hearing me, all right. We're walking along some shops here. There's the Quasar Zone PC Cafe. And just about 3 shops down is Compose Coffee. So you can get your fill of coffee here. Hello, Lori Zeppelina. Thank you for your reception report. Let's see what they've got here. So all the coffees are listed in English and in Korean, and in usually there's a laminated card at most restaurants where you can point to what you want if you cannot speak Korean. And the Korean people are very, very kind and helpful. So I think I'm walking up past another restaurant which is closed. Kevin Kelly says hi. Hello, Kevin. We're streaming this with my iPhone, so I can see your messages as they scroll past. Oh, look, a gas station. It's an SK gas station. SK is a big conglomerate here. They run one of the wireless networks and who knows what else. But if you got to refill your car here, that's what you're looking at. Let me see what the prices are today. So that would be 32.917. Oh no, that's somebody who just filled up, I guess. 5,000 won for 32.9 liters. Or 50,000 won, I should say. So you do the math. Barbara said, did you say you were looking for a place to eat? I've kind of forgotten about that now. I'll probably be hungry in a little while. I didn't eat dinner last night. We had lunch. My son and I had lunch at the airport after we checked out of the hotel. And then we began our journey to the Airbnb, which is in Seoul itself. Seoul is a gigantic city, of course. I think we're on the west side of Seoul, which is the airport side. And I guess they have this. Looks like, I guess you can rent bicycles here like you can in some other cities. And Mookie59 did the math and determined that fill up at the Korean gas station was $38.50 US. I'm seeing a place across the street called Country Bakery. I'm going to see if I can cross over there. They have so many... The French are a gigantic influence as far as bake shops here. We ate yesterday at the airport at a place called Paris Baguette, which is a huge chain here in Seoul, and they also have some outlets in the U.S. Delta Squad asked, what time is it there? It is 9:17 a.m. on Friday. Now I'm waiting for the light to change here. They have loud motorcycles here as they do in the U.S. Roderick, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Who was saying, Easy Two Boy, any plan to check out the Gimpo Airport Observatory? I'm looking into all the options. I plan to go over to Gimpo at some point. Gimpo is the second airport here in Seoul, mostly domestic and regional flying as opposed to international, but it is an international airport. And so we'll see what we can see over there. We'll do some more. We'll have some more aviation streams for you, but this is just kind of a little offbeat and on the street. Hello, Wellington Flights Live, for checking in. Kevin from Wellington Flights Live does a great service to the aviation community by getting us nice streams from Wellington. So check out his channel for sure. Anna, the dispatcher, says there's a ton of Paris baguettes here in Dallas. So I know of at least one in an H Mart, which is a Korean store. I don't know about the others, but there aren't any in my neck of the woods, which is not in Dallas per se. So let's see. Here's the Country Bakery. Artisan Boulangerie. I don't think it's quite open yet. They're still undoing the curtains. I don't think there's a place to sit down in there. But they do have lots of raw materials there in the window. Organic, strong white bread flour. I'm reading the English part. I can't read the Korean. So I guess that will have to wait for another time. Yeah, I'm looking for kind of a cafe. But as you can see here on the main street, a lot of the signs are in English. Hey there, O'Malley. Hello to you. Good to see you. Great meeting you, of course, at the Cranky Dorkfest weekend. What do we have here? pizza place. I don't know what to make of that. Pizza Spirit is the name of this establishment. Let's see what their fare looks like. Well, looks okay. My son said there's a really great pizza place near where he works in Seoul, and he plans to take us there on one of these evenings after he works, probably next week sometime. If you're just tuning in, this is Runway DFW at large, live on the streets of Seoul. I'm Walt. We don't have any airplanes for you today unless we see one in the sky, but I have a kind of a super wide lens here, so I don't think we'd see it anyway. I haven't heard any aircraft in the sky. Oh, thank you, O'Malley. You know what? Wellington Flights Live came up with the name for this. Walkway DFW. Now there across the street, I don't know if you can see it, is a CU convenience store. They are all over the place. Most of them are open 24 hours. They also have 7-Elevens here, but I think I see more CUs than the others. But that may be where I just pop in and get a few necessities. I see another couple of coffee shops across the street as we walk down this main thoroughfare. Here you can get your tong tong, the pork, fresh and delicious. And it's interesting, you see these yellow lines or these yellow paths. It's kind of like brickwork. This, I was told, I found out, is for people who are blind, who have problems seeing. You can feel these strips as you walk, and it helps to orient people who are visually impaired. And you find these along most of the major streets in Seoul. So let's see, we have Mega Coffee across the street. I don't know if I want to cross the street at this point. I see M&M plane spotting in the chat. Thank you. Glad you're here. Super 80 Adrian says Swiss rail platforms have those tactile guide strips. And of course they change from these vertical stripes to the dots to kind of help orient you if you're walking along and are having a hard time seeing things. There's a Baskin Robbins across the street. It says in English on the awning, "We make people happy." I see a coffee shop on my side of the street coming up. So we'll see. We're at the intersection of Bangulare Row, and I think this is World Cup Row that I'm on here. Rob suggests DFW street map, Walt. Oh, and you see that truck there? That's kind of as close as you get to a pickup truck here in Seoul. They just have a totally different design. Here comes another one across the street. I'll try to frame that up in the middle. But there's no like American style pickup trucks here. Oh, there's a Burger King over there. I could get breakfast over there. Compose Coffee. Let's see what this is all about. I am told that my favorite drink, Americano, is also one of the most popular coffee beverages here in Seoul. But I don't know if I want to get coffee and a donut or something. I don't know. Is that one of the K-pop stars they're advertising? Well, let's see. Let's give it a try. Hello. Let's see what we got here. There's croissant cookies. Pistachio almond cookies. Roy says, amazed how much of the signage is in English. Yeah, it really is. Ooh, waffles. Oh, I may have to get a waffle. Those look good. Can I order here? Can I order on this screen? Oh, here we go. Oh, this is very nice. Now, I go here, dessert. I'm trying to find these waffles that they had advertised. Maybe. All sorts of things. You'll have to excuse me as I peruse all these things. Oh, dessert. There we go. Apple whipped cream waffle. That sounds good. Okay. Selection completed. Total amount due. Payment. I'm going to have to get my card out, so hold on a second.
Wait until the receipt printing is complete. Printing receipt. When printing is complete, hold it out with the card.
I don't know how well framed that was, but it was a great success. We have order number or waiting number 210. So that sounds good. Find a place to plop down here. Becky Davies, thank you for joining us. We're glad you could hang out with us on this rather unusual edition of Runway DFW. Here's a charging station. Got the charging cables for USB and Apple, and even for the old micro USB. So here's another look at the coffee shop as we wait for our meal. Josh Aldrich calculated that we spent $5.28 for breakfast. So once again, we are at the Compose coffee shop. And it's hard to believe the number of coffee shops there are here in Seoul, just on any given street, right? K-pop guy? Right. See Barbara P. Sterling complimenting Josh Aldrich's chapeau. He's got some very classy looking hat. So I think I'm going to sit over there by the window, overlook the street as I dine here. So we'll just reconfigure here. Well, I guess this seat has a window look as well. But I think it's a little more set back. I don't want to disturb the other patrons here. So if we go over here, so here we are at Compose Coffee. We have some cacti on our table. Wellington Flights Live wants to know if I've been to Gangnam yet, and will you indulge in some K-pop? I was here in the Gangnam district last time I was here 8 years ago, and that was right when that was big, that song, that Gangnam Style. So that was very popular. Tourists were flocking there to say that they'd been there. So I'm waiting for number 210. Here's the receipt. It's all in Korean. Pretty much. Well, not all of it. So if you're just joining us, I'm here live at a Korean coffee shop in Seoul, waiting for my order to be served up. We have no airplanes for you today. But I thought I'd at least, and you're experiencing this along with me for the first time. I've not been out on the streets yet during my visit here, so you are hanging out with me as it happens. I spent the first 2 nights in a hotel at Incheon Airport, and that was kind of insulated from the rest of Seoul. Incheon is well, by train is about an hour away from this part of Seoul. M&M Plane Spotting wants to know, do you see a lot of English signs? I'm pleasantly surprised at the amount of English signage in Cambodia. And yes, I was talking about that earlier in the stream. There are many signs, almost all the signs that are, certainly tourist-facing have English and Korean. Street signs do. Many business signs are exclusively in English lettering. Koreans have their own alphabet. But, the logos are often in English or in English characters. Rebecca Lynch with a query about my well-being. I really didn't feel that great last night when I got back to when I checked into the Airbnb, but I got lots of sleep, lots more than I'd been getting, and so I feel a little better. I got up, I think, about 5 a.m. Korean time this morning after having gone to bed probably around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock last night. So I'm not fully there yet, but I feel a little invigorated walking around this morning. So we'll see how this Americano is. Wellington Flights Live says, Walt, did you enjoy Cranky Dorkfest as much this year? How did you find it? That sounds like one of those joke questions. Well, I took a left at... No, but no, it was great. It really, if you have the opportunity to go to Cranky Dorkfest, that is something you ought to do as someone who's interested in aviation at all. You get to meet so many great people. It's just nice being around. A lot of people kind of look at you sideways sometimes when you tell them what you do and what you enjoy, but excuse me. But, when you're there, of course, everybody's of the same mindset. So it's really a great experience. And I was so happy to be able to go there for the second year in a row. See people placing their orders. I'm glad I figured that out. They've been here before. They know what to do. Plane Mania 27 says, howdy guys, hello to you. Dior Sindaria says, hi Walt, thank you so much for the high quality streams from Incheon. One of my 2 favorite cities is Seoul. Don't you just find it adorable? I do. It's a very charming place to hang out. So much to see and do. William Quigley says, hope you get better fast. Thank you, William. Josh says, it was great to see you, Walt, last weekend. Josh, and I feel the same way. And I wish you all the best on your upcoming trip to New Zealand, which I'm very jealous about. Interesting top 7 says, bro, you need to immediately get some K-coffee. Well, I'm about to. I'm waiting for it. I'm in line. Barbara says, you checked out of the hotel, so where are you staying tonight? I admit I'm confused. I checked into an Airbnb here in Seoul. So I will be away from the... I think this is Let me get my receipt so I can confirm. Oh, thank you, Josh, for a $2 super chat, shipping in for the coffee fund. I appreciate that. No, I guess not mine yet. Mine is still in the works. Let me sit down here for a second. I'll flip the camera around very momentarily. Can I? So here's me. That's a little closer than I hoped it to be. Let's hold it out a little more. But yes, I'm here at the coffee shop with you, waiting for order number 210, or as they call it, waiting number 210. So let me go back to the point of view camera here if I can. Can I? Oh, there it is. So it takes a second to flip around, and here we are. So we've been streaming for about 40 minutes or so. Sometimes there's a wait at Starbucks, but it usually isn't this long. But, you know, I'm in no hurry. I'm not going anywhere right now. Interesting top sevens, says DFW native myself. I would recommend checking out Hamad International Airport in Doha, Qatar, in the future if you haven't already. Saw many unique liveries out there. My question about that would be, are they friendly to streamers, especially live streamers? What kind of regulations do they have and whatnot? So I would have to check into that. It does certainly sound like an interesting airport to check out. But I can tell you that I don't know where in the world you would go to find the variety that we saw over the last couple of days here at Seoul. Well, let's see if this is mine. Ah, that looks like mine. Thank you. All right. I hope you're not jealous. All right, well, that does look very yummy, and I think with that, I'll end the stream. I don't want you to watch me eating. That won't be very pleasant. But I promised to do some more of these pop-up streams as we head out along here in Seoul, and I will bring this to an end. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Runway DFW at large. Happy contrails to you until we meet again. No music, I'm afraid. Just me. Very hungry after not having dinner last night and salivating over this. So thank you for watching. See you soon. And goodbye from Seoul. And here's the question. I don't know how to turn this off. You may be stuck with me for a while. Let's see. Oh, there we go. It says stop. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Bye, everybody.